everyone, this is Pam, Rose City Stitcher, coming to you with another video. This is a video about cross stitch, and I actually have a few books to talk about. I know I'm coming back a little sooner than usual, but as you all know, I'm a teacher and I'm out of school, and I've been doing videos constantly for my class, so I decided I might as well do a video for y'all too because I've gotten a lot of work done. If you remember from my last video, I said I was going to be on spring break. Little did I know then that my spring break would be extended to the whole rest of March. As of right now, I'm out until April 3rd. We really expect that to be extended at least another few weeks. We will know something more tomorrow. I'm in Texas, so we don't have a statewide shutdown. It's going district by district. So we're kind of playing that by ear for now. We're doing virtual learning. I teach kindergarten, so I don't have a whole lot to do. It was tricky at first getting everybody set up, but now that everyone's set up, it's kind of settled down a little bit. So I'm doing virtual learning here from home. So doing a lot of stitching because I really kind of staying to myself, staying home for the most part. So I decided I'd do a video and show you what I've been working on. One thing I do want to apologize, in my last video, the comments were disabled. I could not figure out how to fix that, and Coffee Stitcher actually helped me last week. So you can leave comments on my previous video now if you wish, and hopefully I will be able to set this video up to be able to leave comments. So I did want to apologize for that. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. So to start off with, let's see, I've worked on 13 projects so far this month. I have 2 finishes and 7 new starts. If you remember, I'd said I was going to do a new start every day of my spring break, which I pretty much did. And then it kind of, it extended on. So let me show you my 2 finishes. Very excited. Both of these are WIPGO finishes too. For those doing WIPGO, so I'm really excited. These were both WIPGO projects for February, I think, that I ended up, yeah, they were February ones. So here's the first one. This is Boo to You by With a Needle and Thread. And I did this on tea-dyed Monaco, 28 count. I just love this. I thought it turned out so cute. This is adorable. So I finished that one. And then I finished, it just so happened that my WIPGO projects were both Halloween projects last month. So the other one I finished was this one, All Hallows Eve at Raven's Hollow. And I think that one turned out really good too. I think this was also a with thy needle, if I'm not mistaken. So I love it. I think it turned out really good. So, and this was on Sudden Storm Silk Weaver, 28 count. And then, so let's see what I've actually been, some things that I did work on, some existing WIPs. I worked on Lizzy Kate's Unwrap the Joy. This is also on a 28 count tea-dyed Monaco. And I've basically been working on this one like every Sunday for, what is it, Santa Sunday. So that's kind of where I'm at. He's coming along. He's so cute. So it did have to do for his beard to use the whisper thread, but I decided not to do that, not for such a little project like this. I didn't feel the need for that. So I just did it with the white. You see him in a different location. I'm actually in my bedroom. So I just thought it'd be a nicer place to be than here in my kitchen. So I worked on that one. And then I worked on this one. This was a WIPGO. Oh, I forgot to show you the picture. This is Medieval Maiden, which you've seen before, by Joan Elliott. There she is. And this one there. there's my progress there. Working on that bottom page. I got, kind of finished that purple on the side. I can't remember what fabric this is. I think it might be Legacy, maybe. So, for some reason, this one just wasn't calling to me much. For my WIP goal, I was supposed to do 1,000 stitches. So far for March, I've done 500. So I need to get back to this before the end of the month so I can cross that one off my WIP go. And then this one is Primitive Hair, Snow White. Love this one. This was a WIP go in January. So I've been working on this. This is on Oaken, 28 count. I have met my WIP go goal now because my goal was to finish the dress and the tree trunk. And I have. And I've actually added Snow White and the deer. I plan to finish this one. This is my focus for finished piece right now because all that's left is the little bit of snowflakes and finish going around the tree and the bottom part. So it's all just that one color. So this one should be finished next time you see it. And that's all my WIPs that I worked on. Like I said, most of the time finishing that Boo to You and the Raven's Hollow. So I finished both of those. A lot of time was spent on those, especially Boo to You. I spent a whole week just on that one, getting that one finished. And I've spent over a week, a little over a week on the Snow White Primitive Hair, working on that one. So those I've spent a lot of time on. And when I wasn't working on those, of course, I was doing new starts. So let me see, my first new start was for Emily C's birthday sale. She said to start a Scarlet House. So I started this one. This was the only one I had. So this is the one I started. And got a little bit of a start. So there's my start going across the top. I think it turned out good. I do not know what this fabric is. Oh, there it is. Historic Beige by Fabric Flair. Yeah, I really like it. I like it a lot. I think it's just enough little modeling on it, because there is a pretty good bit of open space. So it's just a little bit of modeling on that. So that was started on the 1st. And then next one I started was Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. And there that one is. And let's see, I've got 2 different fabrics in here. And here's, let's see which way that goes. Oh, there we go, it goes this way. And there's my progress. Just a little bit of a start on that day. I can't remember what this fabric is. It's a really cool fabric. Ah, there it is. Shadowbrook by Silk Weaver. You know, I told you the fabric I was going to use I didn't really care for. So I was looking around and I found this. I was like, oh, that'll work perfect. So I really like it. So I started that one. Then next, let's see. I started Tiger Trio by Plum Straight Samplers. The little sloths. They're so cute. There they are. Oops, sorry for the glare. And that one I'm just doing on the Mushroom Lugana. And there's my start. Pretty good little start. That's another one I'm going to kind of focus for finish, which I'm going to talk about that a little bit later when I talk about my plans. Okay, so then after that one, I started Cherries and Berries. Let's see, where's my Cherries and Berries? There it is. This is by Country Cottage Needleworks. I've had this pattern forever. This is a very old pattern. There it is. And there's, let's see, which guess it like that. And there it is. This is on like a really pale peach. You really can't tell it, it's so pale. I started on the border. This is another one that's, you know, pretty small. It'll be a pretty quick finish. Most of the ones I started for my March spring break were not very large projects. I didn't want ones that were just going to languish for a long time. I wanted ones that I could finish. Then I did Spring Fling. I just love this one. This is so cute. With my needle and thread. Let me take it out of the thing. The glare is off. Well, my window is like right here. So there, that's better. There you go. And I was kind of brave on this with the fabric color. This is Chablis. I picture this plus. And I think it's going to work. Because like I said, it was a small piece that I had. So, and this will fit on there just right. There's my start. Like I said, I think it's going to come out okay on this fabric. Let's like this one. See, next was Afternoon in Rome. Kind of did this just thinking about all those poor people in Italy. So that was why I decided to pull this one out. This wasn't one I planned to start, but I decided I wanted to start this just to show my support for Italy and what they're going through. And I found some fabric that I didn't realize that I had that was going to work perfect. That was, it's called Ice Blue Lugana. And let's see which way this goes. I started this one in the middle. So there's my start. And then for Parade of Homes with Fat Quarter Shop, I started my Main Street series. I was so excited. I've been wanting to start this one. So I started with the first one, which is the flower shop. And this is also on, I believe, that ice blue. I just bought a really big piece so I could I'm going to do them all together. And there's my start. I'm hoping to finish this one this month, and I'd like to try to get one done each month. That's kind of my goal. Which, with everything going on, I probably will. Okay, and then after that, so that was kind of the end of that. And then Oh So Crafty and Running Stitch, they started a birthday sale for their birthdays, and they said to stitch on a fancy lady. So what I decided to do, I'd been wanting to restart my time travel. Remember I told you I'd started on a like 32 count linen, and I just for some reason I could not see the holes in that particular fabric. So I decided I was just going to restart it because otherwise I was never going to finish it on that fabric. So here she is. I figured that was a pretty fancy lady. And like I said, I just restarted her on the same fabric, still Cauldron, but it's a 28 count Lugana instead. And it's so much better. I can see it. So there's not much of a start. Again, I started this one in the middle. So there's my little bit of a restart. So I like this one a lot. I'm anxious to get back to her. So as you can tell, I've been pretty busy. That's kind of what I've worked on all this month. Just stitching away. So next, I'll show you my little bit of haul. Not a whole lot. Oops. I got some magnets from Gina's Unique Boutique. I love Sleeping Beauty, so I got those two. And I love Mary Poppins and Snow White, so I got those two. So excited about those. Then I got, on eBay, they had some Heaven and Earth design patterns for a really good price. Josephine Wall one. So I got this one, Spirit of Winter, and Snow Queen. So pretty. Just love those. No plans to start those anytime soon, but there they are. Then I got, the other things I got was from Needle Market. The Nashville Market, I got 3 patterns, and one is still on the way. Teresa Kogut one is still on the way. They were out of that one, so I'm waiting on that one. So I got, let me see, I'll show that one last. Okay, so I did get the Teresa Kogut Celebrate. It has all the patterns in it. And like everybody said, I can't show you inside, but on Cindy Sorley's page, she had the pictures of what they all look like, so in colors. So there's those. I said I love the eggs in that the black and red. I love the Halloween one, and I like the little stacked animals. That's really cute. And then there's these also. So I really like those a lot. So real excited to have gotten this. I was afraid if I didn't get it, it was gonna, be discontinued and not be able to get it because it was like kind of a special celebration. So definitely wanted to have my hands on that. And then I got Kringles. I was gonna start this one right away, but then I didn't have fabric. Oh, there it is without the glare. Didn't have fabric for it, so I was like, I may just hold off a little bit on this one because it's gonna take a while for me to complete that. That's a big one. It's 193 by 232, so that's a pretty good size. So I'm not sure when I am gonna start it this year for sure, but just not sure when. And I love this one. Kind of a companion piece to my Boo to You that I love so much. So this is the little bunny. Get it out of here. Isn't she just precious? So cute. I always love it. I love Brenda Gervais designs. They're just great. So anyway, I bought this with already a plan in mind for what fabric, because I got some fabric from eBay, 2 pole stitches fabric. And I felt like this is called Pale Meadow. I don't know if you're going to really be able to see the color very well because it's a really, really pale green. You can kind of see it. And I think it'll look really good. It'll give it just a little bit more of a spring feel to it, having it on this little bit brighter fabric. So I'm going to do her on that. I got went ahead and bought the called for threads. So there they all are. So I'm so anxious. They were out of eggshell, and a lot of her face is eggshell, so I'm gonna have to, I plan to start this one like today, I hope. So yeah, I love this one so much. I'd love to have this one done. We'll be able to be done for Easter, but I can at least have it up for spring. So that's my plan. If I can find some eggshell. 1, 2, 3 stitch was out of it. So love that. And then the other pole stitches fabric that I bought, I'd gotten it because it said that Joan Elliott's Rome Lady was on this, but when I got this fabric, I'm like, I don't think so. That doesn't look like what that is. So I decided not to do that one. Like I said, I decided to do that Afternoon in Rome instead. But I mean, look at this fabric. Oh my gosh, it's showing up so good. Like, that's it. Isn't that awesome? So I'm trying to think of what to put on this because it's an awesome piece of fabric. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to put on there. I do have a Mirabilia that I thought about putting on it. So I'm not sure. But love. It's really, really, really pretty fabric. So anyway, that's kind of what I have been up to in March. Lots of stitching, lots of reading. Like I said, I do my lessons put them online, and then I just stitch until people text me and email me asking me questions. So I've started walking, trying to practice self-care, because at school, I mean, I'm on my feet the entire day, and now all I'm doing is sitting on the couch in front of the computer. So, like, I have got to get out of the house. So I've been started to walk every day, so I can get a little bit of exercise, maybe lose a little bit of weight. That'd be cool. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Let me show you the books that I've read. I'm currently reading this one called Watching You by Lisa Jewell. It's really, really good. I've been really enjoying it. Almost finished with that one. I did finish this one called I Found You, also by Lisa Jewell. It was really good. It was a really good book too. Really enjoyed it. And then let me see if my tablet is. My tablet's right over there. I'm gonna see if I can get that, and let's see if I can show you what else I had read. Oh, I can show you these also. One of the days I was just going stir crazy, so I went to the thrift store, and I had this book for 99 cents, and it sounded kind of interesting, kind of a historical fiction. So I bought that one to read. And then, what's her name? Stitching Mommy. She had said she read this one and liked it, and I got this at the library. They had it there, so I'm like, okay. And I've read a little bit of it, and it's actually pretty good. I kind of like it. So got this before our library closed. Our library's closed, so I don't know when I will return this. And I can't get any more in the series. If I'd known they were fixing to be closing, I'd have gone ahead and gotten all of them to read, but oh well. So I have that. And then, like I said, let me look on here real quick and see if I can see what else I had read. I may show y'all this. There's a game called Cross Stitch World that you can get. It's a game, an app. And it's where it makes little cross stitches. It's kind of like coloring in a way, but they're little stitches. This is the one I'm currently doing. So when you're not in the mood to stitch, or you don't have your stitching with you, I just take this with me everywhere I go. I can work on this, because once you've downloaded the pattern, you have it. So let me show you what that app is, in case anybody's interested. With everybody home, I know everybody's kind of looking for something else to do. Let me try that again. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, sorry for that glare, but it's this one right here. It says Cross Stitch World. But it's been a lot of fun. I've been playing with it a whole lot. I'll show you the gallery of some of the ones that I've done, so you can see those are some of the patterns. And what you do, you buy the patterns, and they are by different categories. And like I said, I've gotten like fancy ladies, and I've gotten some that are baskets with fruit. So anyway, if you're interested in that, it's a pretty fun little way to pass the time. So anyway, so let me see if I can get my Kindle up and show you some of the books that I've read. A lot of times the Kindle doesn't load right away. So, well, anyway, while that's going, let me go ahead and talk a little bit about my plans. Oh, where's that sheet? There it is. Jen Lee from Parkin Stitches, she came up with an idea. A lot of people were saying, why don't we do a marathon? Why don't we go ahead and do another marathon, because so many people are out? But she kind of felt like that might be a little too stressful for people, and not everybody's out of work, and a lot of people have, kids at home and everything. So she decided to do a stay home and finish your WIPS Sal. And it's on her Facebook page. Gosh, that's not wanting to show up. It's in a weird color. But anyway, so it's got, pattern, designer, goal, start, and finish. So I'm going to do that. I made a whole list of patterns that are, kind of close to finishing, that I think I could finish, especially, when I've got several hours to stitch, that I could maybe finish some, especially some of my older ones that like just need back stitching. I thought, well, maybe I can pull that out every morning and just back stitch for like maybe just 30 minutes, since I just really don't like back stitching at all. So I thought, well, if I could do it for 30 minutes first thing in the morning, I could probably get a couple of those knocked out in a couple of weeks. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to work on doing that, and of course WIPGO tomorrow. Find out what the new projects are for that. I'm really excited to see what WIPGO projects get chosen for next. I'm going to try to finish the WIPGO that was from January. It was Cross Stitch Nation. I didn't have that one finished yet. I'm going to try to finish that one. That's going to be on one of my SAL, for the SAL, to try to finish that one. That was a January. And then, let's see, then of course the Snow White was the other January. And then I finished the 2 February ones on WIPGO. And then for March, it's the Medieval Maiden and, I think it was the All Hallows. No, it wasn't All Hallows Eve. I don't know what the other March one was. I'll have to double check what that one was to see. But if so, I'd like to go ahead and get that done too. So that's kind of my plans, since we have no idea when we're actually going to go back to school, unfortunately. Let's see. So, okay, so let's see if I can pull up what oh, there it is. Okay, I read this. Whoop. Come on, go back. It's always hard to get the cover. Oh, good gracious. Anyways, but it was my best friend. So, by Shalina Boland. And then the other one was The Perfect Family. Also by Shalina Boland. There we go. There it is. Perfect Family. I read both of those. They were both pretty good. I liked both of those. Let's see, I think those were the only two that I read. Yeah. So those were good. So that's kind of what I'm up to, just reading and stitching. I did get my hair cut. I was so glad I got my hair cut over spring break, the beginning of spring break, before all the craziness hit. It was really, it's so strange because my birthday was March 12th. Went out to eat with some friends for my birthday, and it's like, the coronavirus had just started coming into the US, and people were just, barely talking about it. No big deal. And then who knew that a week later all of this was going to happen. So it's just strange how fast everything changed, because like I said, 2 weeks ago, spring break, I was shopping everywhere and going out to eat, and now practicing social distancing, lots of new terms. So anyway, like I said, I hope this video found everybody well. Hope everybody's staying safe, washing their hands, practicing that social distancing. Best thing to get rid of this is just to do what they say to do, so we can get back to normal as soon as possible. So if you have any questions or comments, like I said, hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be able to get the comments, to be able to add comments on this video. So I think Coffee Stitcher helped me figure that out. So thank you, Coffee Stitcher, for that, Garrett. So anyway, I think that's about all that I have to talk about right now. Depending on what I do, I may end up doing weekly videos, just because I'm home and I'm videoing anyway, doing videos for my kiddos. So I've already got the computer up and everything set up, so you may see a little bit more of me for the next few weeks. So everybody take care, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.